Nights in Rodanthe is a beautiful love story,
And of course, because it's a love story, it's written by Nicholas Sparks,
who also wrote things like The Notebook and Walk to Remember and Message in a Bottle.
which all have the same plot. They fall in love, and then something tragic happens. Something really unrealistically tragic happens, and then somebody dies. Or both of them die.
They're beautiful.
No, they're not. This one's different, though, because they're old. So I guess that makes it a different novel than all the other novels Sparks has ever written.
It involves two people who both go through rough midlife crises.
Midlife crises meaning that their spouses left them, and they were divorced because their lives, they were focused on their careers or something other than their family, and of course they didn't realize this until after their families left them.
And fate brings them together for a long weekend in Rodanthe, located in the beautiful Outer Banks of North Carolina.
And then there was this huge storm, and it got cold.
And they fell in love.
They had sex. After knowing each other for 1 day.
2 days.
A day makes a difference.
Yeah. It was a weekend that changed their life forever.
And then, because of this weekend, he goes to Ecuador to work with Doctors Without Borders and tries to get to know his estranged son.
And he writes her beautiful love letters, and they plan to spend the rest of their lives together when he gets back.
But then he dies in a landslide for saving his son. Isn't that predictable?
It was so sad. Like, they were meant to be together. And she cried, and I cried.
I didn't.
But she never found anyone else because they loved each other more than anyone else could ever.
But if she was the one that died and he was left alone, he would have found someone else.
No, she was the only one who really understood him.
It was an old person hookup. It was a one-night stand. It was not love.
They saved each other.
Look, here's the thing. It's Nicholas Sparks. He has really good stories. He just sucks at writing them down. I love the movies that are based off his books. I've seen A Walk to Remember. I've seen The Notebook. I haven't seen Nights in Rodanthe, but it looked really good. I just think the way he writes is better for movies than for actual books. It's ridiculous. It's just on and on about the stupidest stuff. He can't write. It's just horrible.
But did you think it was sad?
Kind of, but it was predictable sad. That doesn't mean anything. You have to shock me with something.
But didn't you think they really loved each other?
No.
Why not?
Because they knew each other for like 3 days.
You don't believe in the magic of love?
I believe in the magic of love. I don't believe in the magic of love at first sight. I believe in the I can see you and think that there's love, but there is not love right after seeing someone once. Or having sex with someone after a day.
2 days.
Whatever.
I love this book, and I don't like to read that much. But anyways, see, I like how he writes because it's really simple, and I can just like pick it up and read it late at night when I'm really tired. And I think the way he writes is really in tune with like the human soul and like how you just feel just by like little things that people do and say and like the things you notice when you're like falling in love with somebody. And yeah.
Did you think it was sad?
It was so sad.
Seriously?
Yes, because they like fell in love and then they had to say goodbye to each other without not knowing when they were going to see each other again. That's hard.
How is it different than the books that you don't like to read?
Well, it's not that I don't like to read them, but it's different because they actually do the right thing. They go and take care of their responsibilities instead of just giving up everything to stay with each other. That's kind of like, to me, that shows like true love. Because...
So you believe their love's real?
Yeah. Completely.
Love at first sight? Yes, no?
I think you can look at somebody and know there's a connection right away, but it takes at least, 24 hours to fall in love.
You're just saying that because they have sex after 48.
They really loved each other. They did. It's true.
Look, I watch movies, I watch TV, I read books to believe that everyone has a happy ending. It's to escape reality. It's fiction.
But they don't have a happy ending. Happy endings just don't happen.
That doesn't matter. That's why it's fiction. you want to believe everyone has a happy ending. It's positive. You don't want to think that people don't end up together. In Twilight, they end up together. Amidst everything, they overcome, and it's real love.
It's about vampires.
So,
and werewolves.
But it's about forbidden love. Love conquers all. Isn't that what we all believe? Okay, love doesn't conquer all, Knights in Rodanthe. Love doesn't overcome natural disasters.
That's true.
So, what about that? The book isn't real. It's nobody wants to read about someone dying.
But what if you had someone that you loved and he died? Then wouldn't you want to read a book about it so that you kind of like see, oh, this happens to other people too?
No. I want to feel better. I want to read about how, because I want to treasure the time I had with the person.
Exactly. They did that 4 days.
4 days.
And all those letters they wrote to each other.
It's not the same. Twilight was better.
No.
Yeah.
I'm never going to fall in love with a vampire.
Well, vampires aren't real.
Exactly. So
did you miss my whole point about escaping reality? It's a metaphor.
I'm still escaping reality when I read that book because I'm not living in Rodanthe for a weekend and hooking up with someone I barely know.
The Outer Banks of North Carolina is not far enough out of reality.
I've never been there.
It's not far enough. It's what, like 300 miles?
We should go there.
Okay, not the point.
It'd be really pretty.
The whole point of Twilight. The cover of Twilight has an apple on it. It's temptation. It's forbidden love. It's classic.
They're old. Their love's forbidden too.
Old people aren't allowed to love?
No, they are.
What are you trying to say? My mom just got remarried. She's 50.
You're talking loud again. Okay, what I learned from this book. There is a love that makes you believe that anything is possible. And I'm never letting the guy I love go to Ecuador without me. Or any, third world country where they have mudslides. No. Got that? Yeah, no.
What I learned from reading this book. I'm never picking up a Nicholas Sparks novel ever again. Vampires are better than Doctors Without Borders. And I'm never listening to another suggestion Stephanie gives me about a book to read. Bryn and Claire. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Rhodey will never leave me.
Okay. When are you coming home?
It's a lot nicer than my dog.
Tuesday when? Tuesday when? Is that supposed to be a ghost?
Yeah.
It's a tissue. Oh my god. Okay, I have to go. Bye. What? Why? That's a ridiculous amount of food. That's really bad.
I can't see my eye. Oh wait, there it is.
You're lucky we weren't recording. We're doing this video for directed study. We have to do a book report, but we're supposed to do it in a creative way. So we did a movie review or a book review, me and Stephanie, because we read a book and I hated it. And yeah, but you have to incorporate reading into it too. Wait, are you recording this? No, where did our other things go? Oh, you dragged it. Sorry, I freaked out.
I'm not dumb.
So so we have to incorporate reading. So we both read a book, and I hated it, and she loved it. So it's funny, because we're talking about why I hated it and why she loved it.
No one ever listens to Chelsea.
Shut up. We have to. Yeah. Why did you comment on Stephanie's note and you didn't comment on mine?
We don't listen to Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea.
Shut up. We had to do a book report, and she wanted us to do it in a creative way, though, and not just a paper. So me and Stephanie are doing a book review because it was a book I hated and a book she loved. It's funny. Yeah. She thought she would see it again. Would you see it again?
Yeah, I like the light.
She liked the lights, which I did too. I thought it was a nice effect.
I love lights. They're so
Like the lights
romantic.
in the prom and at the bookstore, where it's like the
restaurant.
The restaurant. Okay, whatever. Same thing. You know what I'm talking about? Not Christmas tree lights, but no, that's not the only reason she liked it. But
Pretty much.
but